Okay, this is today's project. This just got delivered this morning from Knoxville. Anyway, it's a new Smittybilt Overlander Gen 2 XL rooftop tent. It's about 150 pounds in the box. You can see the little tank. My son's driving his tank around a little bit, just for a little added view. Anyway, we're gonna open it up today and we're gonna put it on the truck. I'll show you the truck over here real quick. I made a rack for the truck. It's going up here on my rack. Okay. I got a couple of 2x6s that I can use as a ramp. We're gonna set it right here. We're gonna slide it up the ramp onto the rack. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how that goes. Okay, this one's for you guys that want to do a rooftop tent, but you don't want to spend $400 or $500 for a rack. Okay, to show you what I did. I went to the steel place and I bought two 7-foot long pieces of angle iron. Maybe they were 6 foot, depending on the length of your tent. I think I did 6 foot angle iron. It's a big stuff. Okay, and I put them on the side rails. Okay, then I used 2x2 tubing. You can see I welded it to the angle iron, and then I welded bars across, welded it to the other angle iron, and you got one beefy SOB of a rack. That puppy ain't going nowhere. Of course, don't try to lift it by yourself, because once you get it built, it's heavy. And I wanted to do an awning as well, so I just stuck a couple of little 1.5 inch tubing uprights on the sides here, and that's going to be my awning rack. I know it works because I had my last tent I had on here before. I used a Smittybilt before. It's my second Smittybilt Overlander Gen 2 XL tent, and they are awesome tents. The only reason I got rid of my last one was because my brother made me a super deal on an old Lance camper. And we used the Lance camper for a couple of years, and it was nice having a heater and a refrigerator and all that other stuff. But the problem is, it was so old. It was an 02 and it had been used and milked. So we just sold the camper and we bought another Smittybilt, which is sitting over here on the driveway. So that's a job for today. We're gonna take the Smittybilt, open it up, put the rails on it, and then put it up on top of the truck. It's gonna be an interesting day. I'll show you how it goes. Okay, we're gonna try a stupid headset, and I'm not really exactly sure where the camera's pointing. But we're gonna do an unboxing here. We're gonna unbox Smittybilt's Overlander Gen 2 XL. I got the straps. It was just delivered this morning. I'm gonna open it up, see what we got. I'm not gonna film the whole thing, but I'll film a little bit of it. Get all this styrofoam off. And being as I've done this before, don't throw away the box and don't get rid of the box yet, because you're gonna want some cardboard and some stuff to use for padding, because if I remember right, they shipped this tent and there was work you got to do. You got to put right there 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 holes, and in those holes you're gonna put bolts, and that's where the tie-down racks go to. Get all the packing material out of the way. You can wander around, dude. I'm okay. Play with your tank. You don't want to. Okay, as you can see, they boxed it up pretty good. I'm not seeing any damage. You gotta check for damage because who knows in shipment. I'll open up the box a little bit so we can kind of see what's going on. These are calibrated shoes. I'm not going to hit the tent. Done this before. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do this at home. I'm a trained professional. Yeah, buddy. That's a Smittybilt tent. So let me cut the stuff off. Now, there's a lot of people tell me, you spent how much for a tent? Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you exactly how much it was, but it was about 15, around 15. I won't tell you exactly. 1,500. But you're not really buying a tent. It's more like you're buying an RV almost. Open these guys up. And I'm sure there's a thing of hardware, hopefully, in here somewhere. And she should. Which side is the hinge on? Oh, we got straps on the sides too. A couple more straps than I'm used to. Take off the side straps. Straps all the way around. That strap looks like it's upside down for some reason. Okay. Once we get this thing opened up, I'm gonna turn off the camera so I can have some tunes. The boy and I love having tunes. And copyright, you know, YouTube copyright. So hang on, let's see if she opens up. She opens up. This one here, let's set it back down careful. This one here is for the awning. We'll set that over here out of the way because we are not going to need that just yet. Flip it over. My hands are getting cold. It's like 30 degrees here today. Okay, what I gotta do, I gotta be able to reach down and put bolts in these 3 spots. Then we gotta flip it over the other way and I gotta put bolts in the other 3 spots. So, let's see. What? Huh? Camera's on, yeah. But you can play with your tank. That's okay. Go ahead. Go inside. Beat it. Have fun. So it's open. It's a tent. Yeah, the door's open.
Thank you.
But there's supposed to be rails and hardware in here. Get out of there. Come on, inside. Go. This is the door. Come on, get inside. Go on inside.
I don't want to.
I want you. Go.
What?
Either that or play with your tank, because I got things to do here. Okay, we got a ladder. Can you see that? There's a ladder. Here's a bag of probably LED lights. Here's more rails for the awning. Here's the little bitty awning supports. Here's some hardware. There's a boot rack. Here's, what is that? Oh, that's awful heavy. Let's find out what that is. That's new. And this is the rails. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, everything else is good to go. We'll pull the rails out.
Daddy,
What?
I'm gonna go inside the tent.
No, not in the tent. We're not ready yet. I forgot. What is this? That's not something I know. What the heck? What'd they send me? Oh, that's the cover. Ah, I'm such a bonehead. Here's the cover. That goes over to the tent when you fold it up. We'll set that out of the way. Here, dude, trash can. Please. And this is awning poles over there in the big trash can. They go with the awning. We won't need that for a little bit. This one here is hardware, sounds like. Yep, this is hardware. Let's dump this on a table over here so we see what we got.
Oh yeah.
Yep, we got some work to do.
Dark.
These four here go underneath your rails to hold the tent to your truck. This is the nuts and the bolts. These two attach your ladder. And these 1, 2,
I can help you now.
3, I know you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8
And have the lens.
is for the 8 bolts. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. 4 for that one. 4 for this one. Looks like we got a couple of tent stakes. I went to Walmart and bought some good ones, some big ones. Because they pull right out. They're kind of useless. Open up the hardware. Oh, hang on, let me get a knife. Don't go in there. Maybe it'd be better if you go inside for a while.
No.
Well, then you behave yourself. Okay, these guys, if I'm not mistaken, they go down. Or is it these? Let's see. Let's see what size holes we got in the rails. Like I said, this one is the steel sprogs that hold up your little awnings around the windows. Set that over here. This one is probably a LED light, and the LED lights that they used to send are, oh, it's tie down cables and a set of instructions. We don't need no stinking instructions. I'm teasing, we do. Instructions are always good. Okay, here's strings, extra strings for the zippers. Here's a USB to cigarette lighter. This is a string of LED lights, and you plug that into the USB port. And then you plug that into your cigarette lighter, or you plug it into a jackery or something, and that is blistering bright, almost to the point of being useless. This is an extension and a splitter. This is a HDMI extender. Here's your stuff from Smittybilt, and here's the instructions. Okay, get down, dude. You're gonna get hurt. Come on, get down. Okay, it says, oh, I gotta cut the rails too. I don't remember having to do that, but if we got to. Okay. Yeah, see, here's how it works. We got a bolt and a washer, goes through the tent and into the rail. Okay, let's give that a try and I'll get back with you. Okay, we're back again. Now, 2 different size bolts. Big bolts are to hook the tent down. You got 2 bolts per bracket. Okay, well they're all, and they're gonna go through the rails. That slides in there, and I forget exactly how this works, but those slide in there. Yeah, we'll sort it out. Oh, these slide in here like so. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, the bigger bolts are for tying it to the truck. Smaller bolts, you're going to use a big washer. Looks like 6mm stainless steel bolt washer. It's going to go through the tent base. Then you got the rail, and you got a 6mm nylon nut. I'm assuming that's this guy. So yeah, it's going to end up in the tent base. And the nuts, if I'm not mistaken, the nuts slide in so they can't move around. Okay, we're back to it. Okay, here's one of the, this is about the only thing you really need to do to assemble, other than get your tent all wet and let it dry. These 2 rails have to go on the bottom. So the way you do it is, you stand it up on one end, and inside you can see there's a bolt goes through the floor. Here in the middle is another bolt goes through that's the floor of the tent. You gotta move the mattress out of the way a little bit. There's another bolt. It's 3 bolts, and the nuts slide in from the end. You put the bolt in, and they got nylocks on them. Okay, you snug the rails down. Okay, so you gotta put the 2 bottom rails on. Once the rails are on, then you just slide it up onto the truck. All right, sorry about the confusion, but my battery died. It's cold out here, it's in the 30s, and batteries don't do very well. Anyway, 2 rails got to go on the bottom. You got a rail here, a rail here. These are what mount to the truck. And the way you do it, there's a bolt goes through the floor, comes out into here, and there's a nylock, and the nylock is slid down the channel. Okay, once you get them all in, you tighten it. Then you flip it over the other way, and you put the other one on. It's a lot easier if you can just reach down like I'm doing here. Just reach down and do them. Then you flip it over the other way, you reach down and do them, rather than trying to crawl on your head. I did that last time. It was a bad idea. Anyway, we'll get back. Oh, and here's another note. Might save you some grief. That floor is, it looks like fiberglass. Might be carbon fiber, but that's probably too expensive. So it's probably just fiberglass. When you tighten these 3 bolts down, you can see the 3 bolts here. When you tighten them down, don't crank the liver out of them. You'll crush that. Or you'll strip out the little nylock that's on the other side over here. Or you'll bend your rail. Just take them down till they're snug. You're supposed to get up there every long ride or whatever, every couple rides in the truck, and check them, make sure they're still tight. But the nylock should never let go. Hell, they use nylocks on airplanes and they last for 30-40 years. So anyway, that's it. Rails are on. Now I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to cover it all back up again, and then we got to slide it up on the truck. That's the plan. What a beast. We got to get it up on that truck. It's going to be interesting. Okay, something else I forgot to mention. Now that your rails are on, you lay it back down on the rails. We have 2 brackets here that have to go on the tent, and that's what your ladder attaches to. So I'll show you where they're going to go. They go right here, like that. Okay, and then the ladder goes on there. The ladder's going to go this way. Okay, we're gonna put the ladder on in a minute. I don't know if I want to put the ladder on just yet, because that's more weight I gotta drag up to put it on a trailer or on a truck. The truck's not really high, but it's up there. I got 2x6s for that. So let's put these on first real quick. And they give you the hardware. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 washers. Oh, there's one on there already. Okay, 8 washers. Okay, and I got some extra bolts here. I'm not sure what they're for. We'll check that out. Okay, I'll get back to you. Okay, now we're gonna mount the mounting brackets for the ladder. The thing that gets me is, I don't know if they ever thought about this, but the label says peel off carefully, may contain trap shavings, remove and discard. There's no way in hell you can peel this thing off carefully. Look at that. The glue just strips it apart. So that's not useless, but it's kind of funny. I'm gonna end up having to take a razor blade and get this stuff off. I don't know how else to do it. But yeah, there's no peeling off carefully. We're gonna continue. Okay, more on the peel off carefully. It's gonna take a jackhammer to get those peels off. But yeah, you're right. Underneath, there was little metal shavings. You can see them here on the floor. So the label's good. It's just they used the wrong glue. Should have used, you know, like painter's tape or something, because that does not. I had to take a razor blade to gouge that stuff off of there. All right. Okay, I hate to nag, but these mounting holes for the ladder, they have the sticker on them, says peel off carefully. There's no way in hell I had to take dynamite just about it, and I still ended up with a ton of glue. Maybe it's because it's so cold out here. It's like 35 or 40. But they are miserable getting off. And yeah, just like the sticker said, they were full of metal shavings, aluminum shavings. Okay, I got a helper here holding the tent up for me. he's getting a little grumpy when I pull it down and push it up, because I told him to balance it. So yeah, but anyway, I don't want to bitch about Smittybilt, because everything I've ever done with Smittybilt has been really thought out and really nice. But this one they need to think a little more on. Okay. Okay, now we got the rails on the bottom, and we got the mounting brackets for the ladder on top. Now all we gotta do, stuff all the tent back inside, strap it up, we'll put the new cover on it, we'll slide it up on the truck. Sounds easy, huh? Yeah, we're gonna strap it together, cover it up, and put it on a truck. I'll be back. Okay, this is where we stand. Once you got your rails on it, you got your ladder brackets on it, then you fold it back up with the rails down. You got a strap here, you got a strap here, two on each end. Stuff everything in that you can. I mean, it's gonna stick out a little bit, but I noticed Smittybilt extended these straps in the front to give you a better bite. So instead of just hanging on by a thread, they got a lot more traction. So yeah, 2 straps on each end. And here's the strap. This is for the ladder, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got 4 big straps here. They come off the bottom. Okay, they're gonna hold the cover on once we throw the cover on. We're gonna do that right now. Okay, tent's ready to go. I lied about the cover. I'm not gonna put the cover on it yet, because once I get it on the truck and I get it bolted down, I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna let it dry. Here's my ramp. I watched on YouTube, watched a whole bunch of YouTubes how to put this thing on by yourself. Last time my Smittybilt, my brother was around and he was able to